I just got a top secret leak about the new legendary Pokemon coming to Pokemon Unite. Hi trainers, I'm Teeds, and a person on Twitter sent me a DM about Zacian. I will keep them anonymous until they're happy to be publicly known because this account is so secretive. There are no followers, they're not following anyone. I'm not gonna put them out here into the world because I don't know if they want to be known at the moment. While I was editing this, I also got another leak from them, which I will talk about after I talk about everything related to Zacian. This leak is really interesting. I don't know what to make of it. It's very interesting. So stay tuned for that in this video. But I was just like, this is so juicy. Disclaimer, this is a leak and it's not from my usual sources. Please take it with a grain of salt. Feel free to subscribe to the bell to be notified for more leaks and news. I'll let you know as soon as I have them. So let me just show you this DM, like what it's all about. But here we can see that Zacian is using an ability where it seems to swing its sword to its left. I assume dealing damage in a large radius. It looks to be a close range move, but it could be like Absol Psycho Cut too, where it has like some range. But it's really interesting. Like, this is giving us an insight on Zacian's playstyle and what kind of moves it will have, which I will talk about in this video. I have did a lot of research recently on Zacian and I'm just so surprised with what I found. I've also think I figured out how Pokemon Unite does these releases as well. So for the question of the day, what mythical or legendary Pokemon would you like to see in the game? I have a theory of how Pokemon Unite releases legendaries and mythicals. But from Magico Eevee, this Pokemon is apparently the one set for Pokemon Day, which is celebrated on February 27th. It's likely that we may get it for free, just like the last Pokemon Day in Pokemon Unite. Hoopa was a Pokemon made available for free to those who completed the missions and events for Pokemon Day celebrations. Hoopa was released on February 24th, 2022. Despite Pokemon Day being on the 27th, it is possible we will see Zacian earlier than 27th, which is so cool. It is going to be the Pokemon that is probably released after Comfey, which is apparently on the 2nd of February. So I'm really excited for that. So close to my birthday. Comfey is my birthday present, or Zacian, I don't know. The really cool thing is that Hoopa is a mythical Pokemon and Zacian is a legendary. So from this pattern so far, it seems that Pokemon Day will reserve legendary / mythical Pokemon for every Pokemon Day, just by going by this short pattern that we have. This doesn't limit mythicals and legendaries to just Pokemon Day because we already have like a bunch of mythicals that weren't tied to Pokemon Day, but it seems that they will do extra special releases for celebrations like this one. From the stats that I have of Zacian, it seems that it will be either a speedster or an all-rounder. I feel that it will likely be a speedster. Zacian does have two forms, which is hero of many battles when it isn't rocking any of its cool armor, but in its crowned sword form, it is, and you can see that it's holding a sword. Both forms have different stats, but still reach the same conclusion of it having super high speed and damage, but also high defenses. I wonder if Pokemon Unite is going to try and implement these changes into the game. Like, will they try and do like a form stance? Like, does Zacian have to reach like a certain thing to change into its other form, etc. I'm really curious to see if Pokemon Unite will actually implement this. I feel like Zacian is likely to be a speedster due to how it's described in the mainline games. In this description from Bulbapedia, it's definitely giving me a speedster vibe or playstyle with how quick and damaging it sounds. Zacian attacks with graceful, swift, and captivating movements, which have been compared to a dance. It unleashes quick slashes that can be seen by the naked eye. Those struck by its sword will be cut down before they can even feel the pain. The sword it holds in its mouth is really sharp and can cut through anything, even the thick scales of dragon-type Pokemon, as if they were just paper. I don't know about you trainers, I'm getting a lot of speedster vibes from this. Zacian is also the only Pokemon known capable of learning the move I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, Behemoth Blade. This move is a damage-dealing Steel-type move and is the signature move of Zacian. It might just actually be this move that has been shared by our anonymous leaker. We can expect to see a ton of sword slashing from this Pokemon, which sounds incredibly fun. Another move that has an interesting interaction is Iron Head. If Zacian knows Iron Head when it enters battle in its crowned sword form, Iron Head will become its signature move, Behemoth, I can't say it, Behemoth Blade until the battle ends, where it becomes Iron Head again. So for those who don't know what Iron Head is, it inflicts damage and has a 30% chance of causing the target to flinch. So maybe in Pokemon Unite it will deal damage and it'll also like do some sort of crowd control on them. Because this move is specifically mentioned for Zacian, maybe we will see Iron Head in the game as well for Pokemon Unite. Zacian is going to be a super interesting addition to Pokemon Unite and I'm very excited to see what it's capable of. I heard it was super strong in the VGC. I wonder how strong it'll be in Pokemon Unite. A lot of you were very scared once you heard the name Zacian. You were like, oh no, I don't want this Pokemon to be as strong as it was in the VGC. Cooper's release was a game-changing one, changing the game completely, changing the meta, literally just tipped it upside down. Once Skythea Ruins came out, it just kind of died off, but who knows what Zacian will bring. Some players have been asking about the other legendary Zamazenta, don't know if I'm saying that right, I apologize, and if it'll be coming to Pokemon Unite. At the moment, there is no evidence or leaks hinting to Zamazenta joining the roster, which is unfortunate because I found the design really cool. So just for like the rumors, because there's some like, it's not a huge popular rumor, but I do get comments from time to time saying like, did you know that Zamazenta is coming to the game as well? Right now, there's just no direct evidence. It could still be like possible, but the chances are very low. I just feel like at the moment, Zacian definitely coming to the game. As for Zamazenta, I don't think so, but who knows? While Zacian wields a sword, Zamazenta transforms into a shield when it is in crowned shield state. So it's really cool because like, you know, the sword and the shield. I'd love to know, trainers, do you want to see Zamazenta in the game? I think it would have been really cool if they released it as a double release on Pokemon Day. It would get so much hype. Zamazenta also has really high speed, high damage, and also high defense. So it does also fit a speedster or all-rounder role, which is probably one of the reasons why a double release of the same role may not have worked. Because it has a shield and it is said to be able to withstand scratches from sharp claws of dragon type Pokemon and attacks from strong foes, you'd think it fit more into a defender role. Pokemon Unite also probably picked Zacian over Zamazenta because it was more popular, especially since most had Zacian in their teams on the VGC, really showing how powerful this Pokemon really was, and maybe even pushing the popularity of it as well. I'd love to have a double release in Pokemon Unite. I hope they will do that someday, but maybe it's just too hard to balance because then you have to try and balance two Pokemon that just have been released. While I was editing, they also sent me another secret message, and they said, "You get your defenders soon too." Now, this says defenders, not just a defender. They're saying we're going to get our defenders soon too. So this is very, very interesting. I will say that we do have a leak for one of the defenders from Alchico Eevee, who is apparently Goodra. Now, Goodra is a dragon type pseudo-legendary Pokemon, so I'm very excited to see if we get Goodra. Goodra is a 3-stage evolution as well, so we get its evolutions into the game too. But apparently, Goodra is going to be the next defender in Pokemon Unite. Just from the leaks, we don't have any like official information yet, like, you know, like set in stone info, like a picture from Pokemon Unite, etc., like we do with Zacian. This is something to keep in mind. Goodra may just be the next defender coming to Pokemon Unite, but because they say defenders, it makes me wonder who it is. I do have another leak, but this one, please take it with a major grain of salt, as this is from one of my friends who has a source himself, but yet we don't know how trustworthy they are just yet. And that is Sudowoodo. So I'm wondering if it's going to be Goodra and Sudowoodo that are going to be the next defenders in Pokemon Unite. I really hope the next defender they give is going to be like a really, really good one. Like, I would love to have a new defender in Pokemon Unite that actually doesn't like flop on release. I've started trying out pro builds in Pokemon Unite and the results are pretty crazy. Like, I'm not a pro player, but using their builds have been pretty insane in my games. Check out my Sylveon Pro build video, which will be linked down here. I got this from one of the tournament games and I've just been getting some crazy results. Thanks for watching, trainers. Subscribe to the bell to be notified for more Pokemon Unite. Like the video if you want more legendaries in the game, and I hope to catch you for the next one. Bye!